Hi, I'm KRCB's Michelle Marquis. This is an encore presentation of one of my favorite 707 episodes. Happy holidays.
Welcome to the 707, a weekly half-hour program produced by KRCB, a service of NorCal Public Media. The 707 features voices and stories from your community, stories that inspire, stories that explore local culture, and stories that show how we are connected to each other. On April 27th, a new Sikh temple called Guru Nanak Darbar Gurdwara opened in Santa Rosa. I'm Michelle Marquis, and today we'll visit the new temple and learn more about the Sikh community in Sonoma County. The Punjabi language pronounces the word as Sikh, and in the U.S. it is pronounced Sikh. The temple is located on the corner of Todd Road and Stony Point in southwest Santa Rosa. Prior to arriving, I was told to be ready to cover my hair and take off my shoes before entering the temple. It's a Sunday morning just after noon, and services are underway in the temple with the sound of hymns echoing from the building. I leave my shoes along the wall of the building next to hundreds of other pairs and meet Ajaib Singh Bhadare outside the doors. I ask him about the journey of building the Gurdwara or temple.
We bought this land in December 2015, and originally this was a site that was approved for a gas station. And my wife, who's much more religious than I am, she said, why don't we build a temple here for the community? There's a temple that was running for many years just down this road, about a mile from here, and it was a house with a bit of acreage. During the rain, they were suffering with trying to cook the food outside in tents and so on. So I said, sure. So that was my project. And it took us 10 years because when you buy bare land, you've got to deal with mitigation. And going through the county red tapes, they don't make it easy. So finally, just a few months ago, we were able to open this. And the community, I was surprised, is much larger than I thought. At the time, I thought there may be maybe 100 families, but we think we're running at about 300 families a week. And there was no place for weddings here. The weddings, we used to go to El Sobrante, which is just north of Berkeley. It's about an hour and a half away. In fact, growing up, my children, we used to take them to El Sobrante to teach them the faith and have them get into the habit of going to a church, temple.
Now, you opened at the end of April. How have things been going?
Phenomenal. We've been busy, as you see today, on a Sunday. There's a ceremony that we do that is like 48 hours, so it starts on a Friday and concludes on a Sunday. We've had those now booked from the past few months all the way till pretty much the end of the year. Night and day. I mean, people don't come at night, but if you wanted to, you could. The Sikh religion, I don't know how much you...
I researched a little bit. I know that it was founded about 500 years ago by one guru, Guru Nanak.
Guru Nanak, yeah, that's the name up here. Guru Nanak Darbar. That means this is his holy place, and everyone's welcome. Our religion is very open. Yeah, we respect other religions. There's equality amongst rich and poor, equality between men and women. Basically anyone is open. And typically when we build a temple, there's usually 4 doors. So we have this front entrance, we got 2 side doors, we've got a door at the back, so it's open to everyone. Guru Nanak was born in 1469, and at the time there was the Islamic religion. They were persecuting people, trying to convert them to the Islamic religion. So at that time, Guru Nanak felt, or he was born, we consider him a prophet, but people have different views. He was born to change that, and the Hindus were into believing into multiple gods, the elephant god, the monkey god, and so on. So he came to the planet to tell people that there is only one God, there are many ways to God, and everyone is equal. You don't have to believe in objects, and you don't have to really even go to a temple. You can believe in God by just praying, but when you go to a temple, you're amongst people that we call the Sangat. The Sangat is something that gives you more power as a group than sitting at home alone. Plus you get to, culturally meet people. He also introduced the langar, the free kitchen, and personally I think that was his biggest difference between all the religions, because a lot of people will come here for a Sunday meal. That's the attraction, and then obviously they pray and become part of the family.
And it gives people who come here a chance to do service, which is a main part of your religion.
Yes. Yeah, like most religions, they suggest that you give a tenth of your income, a tenth of your time.
How often are you serving meals?
We certainly serve them on a Sunday, and then if we have that 3-day program starting on Friday, then it's served throughout those 3 days.
Ajaib says community members contributed financial support, which amounted to about $2 million to build the temple. The entire cost for the land and the building was about $10 to $12 million, and he put up the loan himself because banks will not loan to a temple with no collateral. Donations are made by visitors, and there are fees for weddings and other events, but it will be a long period of time before the investment is paid off. We head into the Gurdwara, or Sikh Temple, for a tour, and Ajaib asks if I can kneel when we enter the main worship space to see their holy book. Unfortunately, a Vespa accident years ago has left me with a bum knee that makes it painful to kneel.
You got people, there's no such thing as girls on one side or women on one side. Anybody can sit anywhere. Usually you sit on the floor for the fact that Guru Nanak said that everybody's the same. But because of disabilities, we do have some seating for the elderly and for the ones that, like yourself, with your knee. But the concept is you're all together on the floor.
We're in an overflow room between the main worship area and the kitchen and dining area. There are mostly women and small children in this section, and some of the little ones are running around with excitement, happy to be with other kids. Ajaib takes me through the doors to the kitchen and dining area, or the langar hall.
This is where we bring fresh food and cook every Sunday or any day that there's any kind of ceremony. And the food is prepared back there. And these are all volunteers. Yeah.
There are at least a dozen men in the kitchen, and none are very eager to talk to me, pushing and pointing at someone else to talk to the woman with the microphone.
I wanted to ask, I'm from KRCB here at Roner Park, and I just wanted to ask about what you've got prepared today.
So we have got, today is multiple types of dishes. If you see that we have shahi paneer, we have dal makhani, we have chops and tindas, and we have raita, salad, and then we have milk with the ruabza and the water.
How often do you volunteer?
I'm volunteering from last 3 years now. When we have a small Gurdwara there, now this is a big one we have got, luckily.
Do you come every Sunday?
Yeah, I mostly come every Sunday, wherever I can try. Even we have come sometime Friday and Saturdays as well, because when you have a part, which is a 3-day occasion, then we have to come over there as well.
How long does it take to prepare all of this food?
So every day when we prepare, it takes almost like 3 to 4 hours for preparation of the whole food for almost like 300 people.
Ajaib says the space can be closed into 2 rooms so that weddings or other events can happen in the same space while weekend worship is happening. We step into the main worship area where people are seated on the floor on either side of the room. In the back left corner, there are 3 men singing and chanting. In the center of the room, towards the back, is a large elevated altar where the holy book is attended by a priest.
This is where you can get a receipt for if you're making a large donation. Also on your way out, there's a sweet nectar made of flour, butter, sugar. People receive that on their way out. And we invite people from different areas of the world to preach. So those 3 guys up there, they've been invited from somewhere in India. They're here special for that. And they'll perform for about an hour. And they'll get a separate donation, somebody just putting $1 in that basket.
And then your book is in the center there?
That's the holy book, yes. The holy book is something that you, on days when it's not the 3-day ceremony, the priest will bring the holy book out of that room there, open it, read a few prayers, and then at night time you'll read a few prayers and it goes to sleep in that room. We treat the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, he said, after me there will be no living Guru, and it will be the holy book. So we treat the holy book very special, almost like a living, we're like a living person. So it wakes up and it goes to sleep. And we have multiple books in that room, so if somebody wanted to have a ceremony at home, they can have it at home. So I'll do and then you just follow me, and then we'll go around and come back out.
He presses his hands together in prayer and makes a bow towards the holy book, and I do the same. Then we walk in a clockwise circle around the altar, stopping to touch our pressed hands to each corner of the altar as we go. On the right side of the altar, there's a small room, not much bigger than a closet. He opens the door to the room, and there's an elevated small bed with visible lumps of books under a white pillowy blanket. There is a white canopy over the bed suspended from the ceiling, and soft light spills down on the holy books, tucked in to sleep.
It's on its own bed.
Right? Yeah, with I think we have 5 holy books here that we can use. Yeah, special, right? Yeah.
It feels calming in here.
It is, yeah, it's really spiritual.
He gently closes the door, and we head back out of the worship area, stopping where there's a man taking donations and offering morsels of the flour mixture, using a spoon to drop it into outstretched hands. I try a small handful, and it's lightly sweet and leaves a slight sheen of ghee or butter on my hands. We'll continue our tour of Santa Rosa's new Sikh Temple in the next segment of the 707 on KRCB.
KRCB is Sonoma County's NPR station. Wondering what makes us stand out? It's simple, our unwavering commitment to this community. Morning music, hosted by Brian Griffith, sets the perfect tone for your day.
Brian here with you on Sonoma County's NPR station.
As the sun climbs high, join Doug Jane for midday music.
Doug Jane with you. Thanks for tuning in.
It's the soundtrack of Sonoma County. Then, stay informed with All Things Considered, featuring insightful reporting from the KRCB newsroom, ensuring you're always in the loop.
For Manzana, the company that helped keep Sebastopol's famous Gravenstein apple alive, their 103rd year in business will be their last.
Your home for the best in local news and music. Because when the community sings, we're here to listen. Your radio, your stories, your station. KRCB 104.9, Sonoma County's NPR station.
Welcome back to the 707 on KRCB. I'm your host, Michelle Marquis, and today we're visiting the Guru Nanak Darbar Gurdwara, which is in southwest Santa Rosa. As we head into the hallway on the north side of the building, I ask Ajaib about the background of those who come to the temple.
Punjab is the majority of the Sikhs, but Haryana, which is the next state over, there's also a lot of Sikhs from there. Even Pakistan, because when Guru Nanak was born, it was all one big country. Right. And I actually went on a pilgrimage last year where we visited all the temples. It was sad because, it's in a different country now. But I give a lot of respect to Pakistan because they still allow us to visit those temples. And the people that look after them are usually from there. And even though they might be Muslim by birth, they're actually keeping the temples clean and the upkeep. So that's wonderful to see.
There are rooms up and down the hallway, including places for visiting priests to stay overnight.
I wanted to introduce our children to the religion. So we built 4 classrooms. So this is where Sunday school will occur. The young kids, including my grandkids, will learn about our religion and perhaps learn the language too, Punjabi.
At the end of the hallway is a room with an impressive stack of electrical equipment to manage the video and sound systems for the entire building. I meet 2 volunteers who help with all of the IT, Gurpreet Singh and Jaskaran Singh Sangha. In the Sikh religion, all men are given the last name of Singh, which means lion, and all women the last name of Kaur, which means princess. Ajaib explains.
That was Guru Nanak's attempt at removing the difference in inequalities. He wanted to give somebody the same name. And then there became a conflict. Everybody was a Singh. So the government said, could you please add your last name because there's so many of you.
After talking with Ajaib Singh Bhadare, and as I start to say my goodbyes, Gurpreet Singh asked if I had any food.
That's a must. It's a must, actually. Yeah,
That I have to?
Everyone does.
All right, I'll come in and have some food.
Yeah, please.
We head back inside and wait in line to get our meal, which is called the langar.
It started, I believe, in the 1600s when, there was a lot of division in the society based on caste system. The royals would have a higher seat, but at the temple, when they would visit, they would have to sit with the common man on the ground, just like the, Indian style. And it brought the whole community together again, like Ajaib was talking about, Singh and Encore to bring the equality. Sikhism was way ahead of its time. 500 plus years ago in Sikhism, women were equal back then.
Are there any women priests?
There are, yes, there are. And matter of fact, when they actually do baptize in Sikhism, the part of the ceremony is actually prepared by women as with men. So that's going back to community kitchen. It started from back then, so it's kind of like a must, hospitality with the culture and with the religion when you come visit with the service. So everyone sits together and sit down on the floor and eats together.
Gurpreet and I advance to the head of the line and pick up metal lunch trays. Then volunteers in the kitchen scoop spoonfuls of lentil dishes, rice studded with spices, paneer and a yellow sauce, and a freshly made roti onto our trays. I pick up a cup of pink milk that has been slightly sweetened with rosewater syrup. The thought of navigating my way to the floor while juggling a tray of food, my recording equipment, and my stupid knee is a bit alarming, and so Gurpreet guides us to the corner of the room where a few people are sitting at two folding tables, and we join them to eat together.
This is roti, which is like Indian version of tortilla, and it's made fresh from...
I saw the women there who were rolling them out.
Yeah, exactly. And this is sabji, and this is cottage cheese, lentils, of course that's rice. So another thing, we don't consume like meat in the Gurdwara Sahib. So you will never find, it's always vegetarian. Yeah.
And that also makes it easier for any person with any meal.
That's right.
Can come and enjoy.
Just in general, it's healthier, less sicknesses. I think West is catching on now. Yeah. Please enjoy.
We sit and eat together as we listen to the hymns, and everything tastes delicious. Occasionally, someone comes by with fresh roti or a pitcher to refill glasses. Gurpreet tells me about the goal to start language classes for children at the temple because their holy book is written in Punjabi.
Yeah, my son, he's really into it too. He have long hairs. He's 9 years old, and I bought him tabla, the drums from India. He practiced on his own, and he's been learning, and he's been super excited. This morning, for a 9-year-old, he was like, "Dad, are we going to the temple today?" I was like, it's a beautiful thing. In the modern world, we have a lot of distractions and other things, It's really nice to see all the kids want to be here. Yeah.
It's so nice to also be able to have the community, right? So this community building, right? It's just, being together.
That's right. Also, interfaith, it's not limited to just our community. It's open to everyone. Like you're here, that's great. You can spread the word, and we can even feed more people here. They can come join us, and we build our local community from all faiths. Yeah.
Absolutely, a place that's welcoming for everybody, because then that dispels myths and allows people to communicate with each other.
Right. So,
a Santa Rosa woman named Geeta in a vibrant yellow outfit sits down across from us, and I ask her what she thinks of the new temple.
I think it's awesome. Yeah. It's such a great place to be. You feel like rejuvenated, like emotionally when you come here. It's like no worries. You just come here, sit down inside, and just listen to the kirtan, and I feel like emotionally connected here when I come here.
Do you come here with your family?
I come here with my family. I have empty nest. My boys are out, so it's my husband and my mommy. So I try to bring my mommy here. Yeah, and my husband comes often also.
We continue to eat and chat about the Sikh religion and some basic tenets of their faith, including keeping a sword or knife called a kirpan, which was incorporated both as a practical tool for defense against religious persecution and a spiritual symbol.
To even this day, a lot of Sikhs, they also join the military because of the culture and the tradition started by the sixth Guru. Warriorism, so they bear arms and they have horses. They're like basically Indian cowboys. Yeah.
As Gurpreet shows me photos of a visit he took this year to India to see the Golden Temple, one of the holiest sites in Sikhism, his son Sean runs up to his father's side.
So what I like about it is that it's fun to go to. It has amazing culture.
Friends?
Yeah, I meet my friends.
He says you're also learning drumming. Can you tell me about that?
Tabla. The type of drum I'm doing is tabla. They were just doing it during the kirtan, and it's a 2-set drum. So there's one, and then it goes like.
Can you do that again?
There's different kinds of rhythms. I only know 2 rhythms, and yeah. You're welcome.
That's great. You must be very proud of him.
Yeah, I am.
The people at Santa Rosa's new Sikh Temple opened more than just the doors of their facility to show me around. The visit opened my eyes to a vibrant, generous part of our community, and I hope that their stories inspire others to meet new people and share culture. I'm your host and producer of this program, Michelle Marquis. This show is a service of NorCal Public Media. Our president and CEO is Darren Lachelle.